Hey guys, it's Dr. Sam Robbins. Now, I get a lot of messages from guys asking about the size of their testicles and how it affects their health. For example, hey doc, I think my testicles are small or maybe they've shrunk over the years. My libido seems to have also decreased at the same time. Or, Dr. Robbins, how does small or smaller testicles negatively affect my health? What about having babies? Or, Dr. Sam, when I watch movies, quote unquote, online, these guys show a lot more semen volume than I produce, right? The oral orgasm stuff. And their testicles also seem bigger than mine. I'm assuming the two are related, correct? Question mark. Now, I can go on about these questions that I've received about testicular health. So today I'm going to quickly cover 7 important points. First of all, number 1, testicle size and how to measure it. Number 2, how does testicle size affect testosterone levels? Number 3, how does smaller testicles mean less fertility? Does testicle size affect sleep and how does it affect sleep? Testicle size and heart health. Also, what causes small or shrinking testicles? And finally, how do you increase testicle size and testosterone at the same time? Let's get started with the first question, testicle size and how to measure it. Now, testicle size does vary from one person to another, so keep that in mind, just like anything with the human body. As far as the average size, they're between, about 2 inches in length, or that's about 5 centimeters, and testicles less than 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches, or 3.5 centimeters are considered small. I guess you can measure them, with a tape measure or maybe a little ruler or something similar, but they are typically measured with an ultrasound, similar to how you measure or see the fetus size, a fetus in a mother's womb. Next question is, do small testicles mean less fertility and sperm? Keep in mind that the testicles have 2 primary jobs. The first is to produce sperm, and the second is to make hormones, specifically testosterone. Now, let's first talk about fertility and sperm production. Even though small testicles can be just as fertile as larger ones, studies have shown that yes, smaller sized testicles have reduced sperm density and quantity. In fact, there are porn stars, who take certain substances, and I can talk to you about that later in today's video, that does increase the production of their sperm and seminal fluid. Now, obviously, they're just doing this for, show and, the quote unquote money shot. The next question is, how does testicular size affect testosterone levels? Now, stated earlier, the other job of the testicles is to produce more testosterone. Now, similar to fertility, even though guys with smaller testicles can produce a sufficient amount of testosterone, research has shown that larger testicles do produce more testosterone. In fact, this is why when a guy takes exogenous testosterone, that means from the outside, such as injections or pills or basically steroids or TRT or HRT, basically both your sperm volume and fertility go down. At the same time, all testosterone production stops by the testicles when you take exogenous testosterone or steroids. In fact, taking steroids or testosterone injections or pills or anything that shuts down your own production is a powerful contraceptive, right? Now, it's not as good or as powerful as a birth control pill that women take, but it's about 85 to even 90% effective as a birth control pill. And why? Because it just shuts everything down. Anyway, when testosterone production by the testes stops due to the exogenous testosterone or steroids, your testicles shrink, all right? Some more than others. For some people, the testicles turns into tiny little raisins, honestly, and may even actually go back inside the stomach. That's how small they get because of the steroid use. But usually the use of testosterone will cause at least a 50% reduction in testicular size, even if the sperm and testosterone production goes down like 90% or more, all right? The testicles shrink, but not all the way, even if everything stops working. Now, what about testicular size and sleep? Now, poor sleep has been associated with a decrease in testosterone production, as well as sperm quality, semen count, and testicle size. In fact, just 1 or 2 nights of low sleep, right? Maybe like just getting 3 or 4 hours, right? Can drop your testosterone production by 50% or more. This is how powerful sleep is, okay? Keep that in mind. Next question, testicle size and heart health. And I stated earlier, smaller testicles may produce less testosterone, and low levels of testosterone, basically low T, are linked to heart and cardiovascular problems. So smaller testicles, less testosterone, poor heart health. Now, what causes small or shrinking testicles? Simply stated, low testosterone levels are linked to small or shrinking testicles. In fact, the medical term for this is hypogonadism. All right, hypo meaning less, gonadism is from the testicles, gonads. Now, what causes lower testosterone levels? There's a few factors. Aging is a primary one. In fact, in your late 20s, around your 25 to late 20s, testosterone levels begin to decline. And after the age of 40, they are much, much lower in men and most men. Another factor is being overweight, and having higher body fat is another reason, because that body fat increases estrogen levels, and estrogen, when goes up, testosterone levels come down. Another factor is not sleeping well, which most people don't. And I stated earlier, now one reason is because when you don't sleep well, stress hormones go up, such as cortisol. And when cortisol levels go up, testosterone comes down. Of course, when you don't sleep well, everything stops working properly. So keep that in mind. Another problem, of course, that causes, shrinking testicles and lower testosterone and all that stuff is just eating poorly, all right? You already know if you're going to eat unnatural foods and everything's processed and junky stuff, you don't eat enough healthy fats or, good carbohydrates and healthy proteins and all that, you're going to have problems. And finally, not exercising, all right? Especially with weights is another thing, all right? All these things can lower testosterone levels. Simply stated, aging plus an unhealthy modern lifestyle are the problems. And it's never just one thing other than maybe, again, being aging being a definitive cause. So if you can't control the aging, but you can control your lifestyle. But of course, there are solutions. Now, there's something else I want to talk about, and that's taking testosterone, as I said earlier, shrinking the testicles. These days, unfortunately, when you have low testosterone levels, you do a blood test, people are quick to want to take testosterone replacement therapy. It's really in vogue these days. And one big reason for this is because it's a very lucrative business for the doctors. But as stated earlier, taking testosterone exogenously, meaning artificial means, from the outside, causes your testicles to shrink even more. All right. Then some doctors will also prescribe you HCG. That's human chorionic gonadotropin. All right. HCG is basically a hormone that acts like LH, luteinizing hormone, and tells your testicles to produce more testosterone and thus keeps them from shrinking. All right. Now, HCG does have its benefits, but unfortunately, HCG also tends to increase estrogen levels a lot, all right? So now the doctor has to put you also on an aromatase inhibitor, basically something that lowers estrogen levels to a normal level. The bottom line is now you're taking testosterone, HCG, an estrogen aromatase inhibitor for the rest of your life, all right? However, what you should be doing first is to have your own body and your own testicles endogenously, meaning from within, all right, produce more testosterone naturally. Now you're working with your body and not against it. And this is the best way to start, and it's the safest and best long-term solution for today's topic. This means bigger testicles naturally, higher testosterone production naturally, and you don't need to take drugs since it's all done, again, internally, naturally, and the levels will be kept normal, healthy ranges. Either way, you have to improve your lifestyle. So finally, how to increase testicular size, all right? So this is one thing, people want to know and so on and so forth. Again, if you have everything is going well, you're not going to necessarily increase it. But remember, bigger testicles typically also means more testosterone levels, better improved sperm production, mobility, and health. All right. So as I said earlier, one thing you can do is take HCG or even something called 𝗗𝗿𝗶𝗸 to help temporarily jumpstart your testicles. All right. This is not a long-term solution. You do it maybe for a month or two at the most. All right. But for most people, the testicles do tend to go back to normal subpar production after a while. By the way, remember how earlier I said how porn stars, how to take certain substances? These are certain drugs that they take to increase seminal volume and fluid and all that for that quote unquote money shot. Now, I stated earlier how lifestyle is so important, and that's well beyond the scope of today's topic. It's got a lot more space. And I put links below this video about lifestyle improvements to increase your testosterone levels and thus testicular health. I put them below this video, so take a look after you watch this. However, there are a few other proven things you can do, natural vitamins and herbs that can cause an increase in testosterone production and better testicular growth and testicle health. And because it's done naturally, again, endogenously from within, it's a long-term solution that requires no drug, no injection, has no drug side effects. For one, vitamins and minerals that are really important that you should take are vitamin D3, zinc, boron, selenium are all very important. And just keep listening. I'll give you links to all this in a minute. For herbs, testosterone, fenugreek is important. 𝗗𝗿𝗶𝗸 is important. Avena sativa are all great and have long track records for improving testosterone levels. Also, you want to increase LH levels. LH basically tells your testicles to produce more testosterone. That also helps increase testicular size. Tribulus and 𝗗𝗿𝗶𝗸 are also been proven to be helpful. Now, one thing to remember, there are other ingredients, and I've listed them below this video. So again, you can take a look. Now, one really important thing to keep in mind is all the herbs that I just mentioned, they will work only if you take the extract form of them, not the root or powdered form, all right? The extract. And they need to be used at the correct, clinically researched dosage, all right? Most people will not put the correct extract, don't put the correct dosage, and this stuff doesn't work, all right? This is why most supplements are junk. Now, I've listed below the products I use below this video and other people have used. It's got all the ingredients. You can take a look. Again, additional links on how you can increase it, your testosterone and testicular health and all that. Basically, take a look, give it a try. Let me know how it works, and then let me know about your thoughts and results in the comment section. As always, if you're not already subscribed, click the subscribe button and click the icon bell notification so you can get similar topics. And let me know below in the comment section what topics you want me to cover in future videos. Again, all this is for you. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I wish you a very happy and healthy day.